Okay, thank you for being here. My name is Nico Booij, and I would like to tell you how we use MapleTA in our very small team. What I would like to do is shortly tell who we are, why and how we use MapleTA, and then shortly about why not everybody is using MapleTA, and the most important thing, how and why we very much would like to exchange our content with you. Who are we? I'm working at the NHL Stenden University, Applied Sciences, Academy of Technology, Department of Engineering, but basically I give mathematical and statistical lectures to students of mechanical and electrical engineering, as well as students of applied mathematics, which is big fun, and industrial engineering. So here's a small team. The big guy on the right is Möbius. He's a really amazing guy. He is 4 days a week busy with creating content. A lot of colleagues, they come to Möbius, they say, well, I have this book and can you digitalize this question for me? And he does. So I do about 20 lectures a week. So my part is that I make these questions quick and dirty, pass them to Möbius, and he fine-tunes them. And that is what we would like all teachers to do. Make the questions yourself because you are in contact with the students, and then make them quick and dirty, pass them to Möbius, and not ask Möbius, can you do this for me? Because our team, I'm proud of it, to be important to working with Möbius, it gives a lot of creative things. Well, why use MapleTA? I think it was around 2006. I was working in the Maritime Academy, and the students never doubled from 70 to 140. So our boss came and said, well guys, we are really happy to have so many students, but we all have to work harder. That's what you understand. So we did, because we all were on ships, we heard that before, so we started working harder. So one evening, I just finished washing the dishes, my wife sitting on the couch knitting. She said to me, how long do you think you can go on like this? Because one day you will drop down. It's not going to work. I was in a denial phase. She said, stop working hard, work smarter. That's what all your mathematics is about. At the same time, Meta Kamga was doing some lectures at our academy, and she had this funny MapleTA, and she didn't care if she had 70 students or 130. It was the same difference. So we got inspired and took 2 modules, work even harder, and after the 8 weeks of lectures came the exams, and in 1.5 hours I had 140 students through the exam. Normally I had those 2 weeks time necessary to go through all those piles of papers, and it was free time. So we took the time to make other questions for the next periods, and so on and so on. So yes, the summative testing reduced my workload at least. But the real power is not the summative testing, it's, I think, the formative testing. Questions with good feedback, you can make students learn better than what I ever can teach them. Also I want to mention Jose and Anatole. We couldn't do all this without them. Okay, how we use. We always had these lectures, we have these exercises in this lecture, and next lecture have the other exercises, and at the end of 8 weeks we test if the student could finish the exercises. Well, that's rather dull. One moment I did a lecture on ship dynamics. It's all about differential equations and containers dropping off vessels, and nobody was interested in those mathematics. And students came in from their ships weeks later. So I had a problem because I was in the 3rd lecture week and those guys came in. They didn't understand. So what we try to do, we make all the basic lecture things we made with MapleTA. We made a bunch of screencasts, everything explaining, so the students could go by themselves to all the easy calculations. And in the lectures we only talked about what did the students experience at CE and how could that be explained with the mathematics behind. So that was big fun. I didn't have to care so much about all the basic mathematics, and for all of us it became nicer. So on the other hand, everybody had to go 100% score to all the formative tests, otherwise they would not fill in their remarks in the administration. And that's the job. But they all understood they had to do, and it was, yeah, teaching became nice. It was nice, but it became better. Forgot nothing? No. So we are more focused on how to apply the knowledge students could learn by MapleTA. Okay, why is not everybody using it? So after 1 year working hard, with the help of Meta, we made a lot of content, was very proud, and then I asked my colleagues, why are not joining me? Because when we work together, we can do more brain power. And those teachers, they said to me, Nico, don't you see what's happening? You're a very, very efficient working, but at the end of the day, the management only put more work in your desk. We don't want that. We just keep our paperwork, so we can say, those 2 weeks, we go home and we have to do all the, we're not going digital. No way. That's a pity, because I hope that when more people, yes, in winter time there's a lot of free time in the MapleTA thing, but I love to program, and I love when the students do well in the tests. They ask for the test, so it's a two-side thing. So I hope more people, more colleagues will go programming, but I'm not so sure. So I come to the last word here, exchange. So we need to exchange because we're a very small team. We want to do more, have a higher volume, more applications, more brain power, but it's not more than 2, and maybe another colleague is doing some module, but that's it. So we like exchange. We want to have exchange partners. We found them in 4 other schools in the Netherlands. They're all applied to universities of engineering. We first had this management program with all deadlines and stuff, and lots of time involved in papers. We didn't produce nothing, so we stopped. We just called the other schools and said, well, we want to work together. Are you doing something with MapleTA and engineering? And then in the end we had 4, I think, Jose, now 5 schools working nicely together. So it's no rules, no managers, bring and collect. So it's not working if you only take questions. When you come, you can have some, but in the end you have to bring as well. And it's short communication lines. That's very important. So here's our exchange team. It's from 4 schools. We have this can-do mentality. Sometimes someone has a problem. We put it on the WhatsApp, and then within hours there's a solution. Well, that's quite motivating. I love it. Inspiration. We have next 2-day meeting scheduled somewhere September, October. Already looking forward to it. So nice to work with these people and create new content or get a present with very good content I can almost immediately use in my classes. Perfect. Okay. Then, what would we like? Because this is a rather small group, we would like to make this group bigger. Maybe there are other schools abroad which would like to work with us on mathematics, statistics, in the engineering field, so we can produce even more content, because there's lots of work to do, and even in our small group, it's very limited. So we are looking for other partners to work with, And there's no difficult thing, no contracts, no nothing, just people coming together. We can do a lot by mail or phone or whatever, but we have to be in contact with each other, because here it's also about trust, and it's about people, and that's what motivates us. Well, it's a fairly short presentation, but for us it's important that we need new people. We can help, and maybe you can help us. So, any questions? I think that's the next slide. Yes. Yes.
So I'm just wondering, either from yourself or from the audience, what the optimal way to get that exchange going is. I know in my world that everything happens with a contract. But
Yes, yes, I understand perfectly, and we had those contracts before. But some people say, "Well, Nico, you're just a bunch of cowboys." But we want to work with teachers creating content, and we never know at the end of 2 days if we make 10 questions or 30 or. So that's the problem. But it's working for us, and yeah. How much to formalize these things? That's difficult. Yeah, I understand. And at the end of the day, I have to convince my boss that I am 2 days not in the school giving lectures and working with these people. So that's, yes. So far we can do without a contract. Yeah. I don't know if that's an answer to your question, but
I'm just wondering how people, I think there probably is consensus in the room that sharing assets when they can be shared makes a lot of sense. It reduces workload. We get to see how other people do things. I'm just, given the number of schools that might be interested, which is probably more than 4,
yeah.
And not all of them in the Netherlands, how we go about this.
Yes, I understand that Meta is presenting tomorrow a topic about platform for sharing content. Is that
No,
correct?
no, I'm not presenting about that.
Okay.
Do you have an
But there
idea
are
about that?
initiatives going
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
But anyone who wants to share or work together, just contact me, and we'll see what we can do. And if contacts required, we'll work that out. Yes, please.
Couldn't you just create some sort of license, like they use in the open source community, and then of course you use lawyers, but just once to get everything right, and then it probably should work, or hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't understand your question perfectly. But
That you have a license, that you have that if you use, this is my question, this is the source code for the question.
Yes.
If you use it, you have to do it following these rules.
oh no,
I mean,
just,
that could help to make some sort of formalize, to make structure how.
yes, I understand your question, but very simple. We have this. I have these questions about ship dynamics and the differential equations. What I do, I zip the whole file, I mail it to you. That's it.
Yeah.
There's no more, no less. And the other teachers, they, it sounds like cowboys, but when I go to the Maple Cloud and I look for a question, I spend 2 hours and I find something. Oh yeah, this is not what I mean. I can share with you. It's your own risk, but I'm sure that on that specific topic, it will help you. And we get from others, and I don't want lawyers between, because that doesn't work for me in our group. Sorry.
Okay, that's the questions we'll take for now. If you have more from Nico, feel free to catch him again after the day ends, or even tonight at the reception.